we need to use more diaphragm when we breathe. So a lot of us, we tend to just shallow breathe with our chest, like going up and down like that. And especially if we are stressed and overwhelmed and on the computer all day, or just looking at our phones slouched over our shoulders. And ironically, this takes in less oxygen as well. And you know what's interesting? Babies, they automatically use their diaphragm to breathe, but somewhere along the way, we kind of lost that skill. So we have to retrain our body, because it takes our body from a state of fight or flight into a more like relaxed state. It tells your body that it's safe to relax. So what is flexibility? It is all about the nervous system work. So breathing is so powerful, and we have to use it in a way that serves us more, right? So try cupping your hands like this, like dinosaur hands, and put it around your ribs. And as you breathe, I want you to feel your ribs expanding against your hands like this. So it is not expanding upward, it is expanding outward like a balloon. So inhale for 3 and exhale for 4. So when we do longer exhales, that also relaxes the body. So in through the nose, feel the expansion of your ribs, and exhale. In through the nose, exhale for 4. Do you guys feel the ribs rubbing up against your hands? Like that feeling. Using the diaphragm here, that's what we're looking for, right? So try to remember that when we are doing long yin style holds in our stretches. So today on the mat, we're gonna do some gentle mobility, some expansion, and you're gonna need 2 blocks and 1 weight. I'm using a 3-pound weight. You can use a water bottle or get kind of creative with that. So let's get started. We're gonna start at the back of the mat. Remember diaphragmic breathing, right? So come into a tabletop position, lower your left forearm onto the mat, and then your right, lift up your left, lift up your right, and we're gonna continue in that motion, but make it fluid. Recruit your shoulders, recruit your spine and your hips, like you are flowing with water. You are flowing divine energy throughout your body. Connect the dots. Continue to draw fluid circles. And then switching directions. Right forearm, left forearm, right forearm up, left forearm up. Right down, right up, left up. So do it slow if it doesn't make sense, but over time your body's gonna get used to it and it's gonna feel so fun. Recruit the rest of your body, your shoulders, your spine, your hips. They are all being connected in a fluid, beautiful motion. And you are the painter of that beautiful art. Now, gently coming into a spinal wave, rounding through the back, drop your hips, come into your first gentle back bend, pull your shoulders back, sway side to side, tuck your feet under, sway side to side, knees on the mat, bum back, and then round your spine to go forward. Slowly drop your hips, roll your shoulders back, sway side to side, bum towards your heels, And then round forward, hips down, chest out. Now tucking your feet and moving into a downward dog. Lift up your heels, up and down. Gently sink your shoulders, your armpits down to the mat while you stay engaged in your shoulder blades. You don't have to have your heels down on the mat. See what feels good for you. But you're trying to lift up your tailbone and gently drawing your armpits down. And then from here, we'll go into dolphin pose, lowering your forearms, and then lifting it back up. So stay really strong in your shoulders. Engage your core. Move with the lowering of your forearms. Move your heels up and down. You can look up or keep your neck neutral. Do it really slow and controlled. Amazing work. Gently continue to floss your hamstrings. And then move on to your side plank. From your side plank, bend your top leg and place your heel, your ball of your foot down, and then up, and then tap the back. Repeat this. You can keep your hands by your hips or just up. You don't have to rush through. Squeeze your side obliques to stay strong and push up through your shoulders, your bottom shoulders. Now keeping your foot open for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing work. We will repeat that on the other side. Strong side plank. If you feel this a lot on your wrists, just stay on your forearms. Push up through, squeezing your side obliques. Tap, tap. Wherever you are, push up, keep your shoulders and your chest open, and feel expansive and strong. You are getting so strong every single day. Every breath takes you to your goals. All of your desires desire you back. You are so strong. Now your top foot lifted up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently come back down. And we will move on to lunges. You can grab 2 blocks beside you or just come up into a lunge. So from this lunge, grab a weight, and I want you to think about arching, lifting up through your chest and expanding through your lats, and then contract, tuck your pelvis, contract your core, and then open up through your hips, sinking down as you arch, and then tuck your pelvis. I know it's a little bit hard to see, and it is a subtle movement, but work with it. Contract, tuck your pelvis and contract. And then open up, dropping your hips a little bit as you expand your chest and your upper body. Tuck, come in, and then out. And then drop your knees to come down. And from here, you can grab blocks here like this, or challenge yourself without it. I want you to draw circles with your hips. So stay low, push up, push out through your foot, right? So push your heels away, stay super strong, and keep your knees active as you draw beautiful circles with your hips. And then the other way, circles with your hips, circulating your beautiful divine feminine energy through your body. And then coming out of that, shake your hips side to side. Place a block under your ankle. And then lifting up your knee off the mat. Squeeze your glutes. Roll your glutes towards the front. So you are squared and shooting energy out through the toes, your back toes, while feeling super strong here. Bounce up and down. Gently release your knee. Reset if you need to. And coming back up again. Staying strong. Keep your knees straight. Keep your posture open. Drive your hips forward. And then coming out of that, and then we'll move on to the other side. It's right side for me. Grabbing your weight from here, I'm going to expand out, open through the lats, the chest, and the hips, and then contract, tucking my pelvis in, scooping it under, engaging through the core, and then open. And then tuck, contract, open, and then tuck, open your chest, your lats, and then slowly coming out of that. And then coming into the lunge once again, we're gonna do some nice hip circles, juicy hip circles. Be really controlled. Really ground through your foot in the front and the ball of your foot in the back, sending energy out through your heel and grounding through all 5 toes of the front. And draw a circle on in the other direction as well. And then gently come down, place a block under your ankle. Straighten out through the knee. Drive your hips forward. So your hips are moving this way as you pull your energy out through your heels. You are being pulled in 2 different directions. And lower your knees to reset. Wiggle, wiggle. Come back up, lift up your knee. Drop your hips as you straighten out through the back knee. You are so engaged and so expansive. And then gently coming out of that pose. And then from a seated position, grab the weight, and we'll draw big circles. You can grab a block to be seated more high, or on your hands, and draw big circles, staying so engaged in your shoulder blades, and then switching directions. And then sink over. Feel a stretch. I'm also feeling the stretch in my psoas area, in my hip flexors of my right side, and stretching over to the left. And then rotate, open your chest, and then close. Open, and then close, round forward to come out of that. Amazing work. And now onto the other side. Draw big circles. Again, using a block for extra height if you need. Otherwise, continue drawing big circles, really lubricating your shoulder joint. You are waking up and then switching directions. You are waking up all those muscles. You are expanding. You're blossoming into the best version of yourself. And then heavy towards the right side, now feeling a little bit of stretch on the left hip flexor. And then open up. Side. And then open. Side. Really controlled, right? There's no rush here. We are just using this moment to connect to our bodies, listening to its needs, and then rounding forward to come out of that amazing work. Now, using stacking 2 blocks, we are going to place, starting with the left shoulder first. I'm going to place my elbow onto the blocks. My hands are on my shoulder blade, my shoulder, and I'm just going to breathe as I melt my lats down onto the mat. Remember the diaphragmic breathing. Expand against your ribs and squeeze the air out of your lungs to exhale closer to the mat. Inhale, expanding through your diaphragm, and exhale. And then coming out of that, let's switch sides. Hand on your shoulder, elbow on the blocks. Breathing with your diaphragm, expanding. And exhale as you sink down. Expand through your lats. Take your time here. Ballooning up your diaphragm and squeezing out your carbon dioxide out of you. And then gently coming out of that. Now both of your blocks to the center. I'm grabbing the blocks with my hands and we're just gonna puppy pose down. So again, continuing to breathe with our diaphragm. And then coming out of that, gently shake your hips. Embody Shakira for a second here. And then push yourself out of that. And then we'll move on to the opening of our front body. I am stacking my blocks like this, one top of another. If you feel better with just one block, you don't have to use a base block. And we're gonna put the shoulder blade area, so underneath the bra strap, against the block, and we're gonna open up. So it is a controlled opening, right? It is a meticulous and precise opening, like a flower. You're not just collapsing onto the block. You're not just flaring your ribs. You are engaging through your back, your shoulders, as you beautifully blossom and offer your heart. You can use a block to kind of help you open up at the end. But so lean over, close your ribs, take the block. I mean the weight. Or you don't have to use the weight. You can totally, it's optional. Close your ribs and expand out. Breathe with your diaphragm. Expand your lungs. Drop your hips and drop your knees to the right. And then drop your knees to the left. Drop your knees to the right. Keep your ribs closed. Drop your knees to the left. Put your weight there as you gently come out of that, your head up last. And then we will we'll do one more thoracic stretch. Last stretch of the class. So place your weight on the middle top of your mat. Thread your left arm under. Find the block and find the weight. My goodness, I keep getting confused. And then open up your shoulders, twisting through the mid back. Make sure your hips are not following. You are really pinning down with your knees and your hips as you mobilize the top. Try to do little bounces with your arms. Press the mat away with your bottom shoulder. You're not sinking your shoulder into your ears. You're feeling expansive in both shoulders. Gentle bounces. Use your diaphragm. I know it's kind of hard to feel like your ribs are expanding here, but try your best. And then place your weight down on the center, ground through your hand, push up, and we'll switch directions. Threading your right arm this time, looking for the weight, and then dropping it behind you as you ground through your knees and your hips. Wring out your spine like a towel. Open up, do some gentle bounces here. Push the mat away with your shoulders. You are beautiful. You're blossoming. You're blossoming into the best version of yourself. Your breath is so intentional. And then placing your weight down, push the mat away, and then coming into a gentle spinal wave once again. Rounding through the back, and then bum to heels, round through, bum to heels, move with fluidity. And then we will do actually one more core exercise. So come down on your back, lift, make an L shape with your legs, and reach up, and we'll just switch legs. Engage through your core, wrap your ribs in, and reach for your toes. Grounding your lower back onto the mat. And continue to reach up. Reach, reach, reach. And then gently moving your hips, moving your knees, drawing circles. Drawing circles in and out. And then grabbing the outside of your feet, rock side to side. You are totally ready to receive all the blessings that are meant for you. You are ready to accept all the abundance and wealth and desires and success, and everything you want will flow into your life so effortlessly. You're ready to accept that new reality. Moving your feet, and then gently coming out of that. I hope you guys liked this class. It takes a while to shift from like shallow breathing into your diaphragm breathing, because we don't think about breathing, right? But recruiting the diaphragm to help you relax and gain a deeper range is gonna be a game changer for you. I can't wait to see you in the next class. I'm gonna start going into hips now. I love hips. So get ready to expand, release more tension in this area, and step into a better version of yourself. I love you guys so much, and see you. Bye.